I love aprons, and it's somewhat part of my culture, Pennsylvania Dutch, and wearing the bandanas. Now, of course, most of my relatives wear coverings, but I had an aunt, her name was Alma, and she always wore the bandanas. And ever since I was a little girl, when we would get to the family reunions and I would see her bandana, she always stood out for me to be different. And I always loved the idea of wearing bandanas. When I was first married, I would wear the bandanas sometimes, but I felt really conscious of what I looked like. It wasn't really until I started my YouTube channel when I really got involved with wearing the bandana. I wore it from day one. And I would wear it for my videos, and I loved having that bandana and the aprons. As you can see, I love aprons. Aprons and bandanas became my signature look here on YouTube. Then I started wearing the bandana more and more. I don't always wear it, but I wear it 90% of the time. And it's just part of my Pennsylvania Dutch heritage. And I absolutely love it. What I'm doing today is I'm going through my aprons and I'm going to hang them up somewhere different where I can reach them easier and I can have access to them instead of here in the closet where they're all just thrown in the closet. I did not realize I had quite so many. The same with bandanas. I'm gonna go ahead and go through all of that. What I do is go through each apron and make sure that I'm going to keep them all. I don't care for these, so I will not be keeping these aprons. I only like my signature aprons, and that are these. I love these. If they're ripped, then I can go ahead and I can repair them. All right, so we're going to see how many I can actually fit on here. I'm hoping that I can fit them all. So we're just going to put the colors all together. And this is going to be very, very tricky. Wow, they all fit on here. It is amazing. So we have, that's actually very pretty. So we have the browns, the yellows, the dark blues and greens, the pinks, and the red and gray. And I thought I had a black one, but I don't seem to find it. I thought I went through everything, but now we got these so easy. I can quick grab one of them and keep them with my color coordinate outfits. Now let's work on over 100 bandanas. Now bandanas are a totally different category, and I have lots of them. I'm going to go through the bandanas too and see what I can do. This is only half of them. Take a look at this. And then I have all of these. I bet you I have the most bandanas than anyone. Oh, that's something else. So what I need to do is go through these. Put solid colors in their bins. I did this a long time ago, but obviously it needs done again. And I have some clothing in with them for some reason. So let's get started. And they're so wrinkly, they really should be washed. So we'll go solids and prints. And I only like the cotton ones because the other ones don't fit nice on the head. They stand out. And I love these mushroom ones. This is adorable. All right, now I have them organized. Solid colors in here. And all the different colored ones that have the print and here. And you know, Pennsylvania Dutch was taught to me in a slang way. Now my mom and my dad spoke full Pennsylvania Dutch. My grandma and grandpa, that's almost all they did speak. They didn't speak much English. So my parents didn't teach me Pennsylvania Dutch as far as language, that I could make a conversation fully. I understand a lot of it, and it's so amazing because I'll go to the thrift store and there'll be Amish there and they'll be talking with each other, but I understand a lot of what they're saying. I can't have a full dialogue with them, but I can understand what they're saying. And it's one time there was a mother and her child, and the child was saying, Mama, she said, Mama, can I have that? And it was a doll, and it was an English doll, which of course, it was like a Barbie doll, and they would never buy that. And she was telling her no, and I was smiling and looking at her, and she went like this to me, like, do you know what I'm saying? So it is kind of fun. I've always wanted to learn full Pennsylvania Dutch. So what is Pennsylvania Dutch? Well, it is slang. It's a little bit of Dutch and German. So it's not High German. High German people can understand Pennsylvania Dutch a little bit, but it's its own language. And here in our area of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania Dutch was really spoken there. And so, yes, because everything looks verhuddled and everything looks, and I'm verlated. So when I try to think of words, sometimes I can't, but when I am not thinking about it, it will come out in my videos. I'm verlated and I'm verhuddled, because I'm verlated because it's a little bit overwhelming to me. And then sometimes I'll say words that I think are Pennsylvania Dutch and they're actual words. What did I say the other day? I forget what I said, and I didn't realize it actually was an English word. So Pennsylvania Dutch is English words kind of mixed in with Pennsylvania Dutch. Not all words in Pennsylvania Dutch have a Pennsylvania Dutch way of saying it. It's so hard to explain, So, and sometimes people, like I'll say, kunst je Duits wetsen, and that means, do you speak Dutch, or do you speak PA Dutch? And, then some other people, maybe up north, in northern PA, would say a little different. It's the same with Amish and Mennonites and all that. Everybody's a little bit different, but yeah. So I'm getting verhuddled, verlated, and I'm getting really, really worked up because I got a lot of work to do. For someone being the lover of things, I think I'm making great progress, organizing things and putting everything away. I thought this would have been done months ago, but I always seem to find things. I'm planting, I'm getting ready for spring, and I soon will be outdoors. That's where my heart is. But right now, I'm just busy organizing in this pantry room, my reading nook. So what are some things that you're working on today? Don't be discouraged, my friends. It's small steps. But after a while, you see big improvements. Organizing all of this food and finding new freedom, finding a new sense of accomplishment. I don't forget the things that I enjoy as well. Planting and growing, that is where my heart's content. I love the spring and summer. I absolutely love being outdoors. But until then, I keep myself busy. Thanks for watching today's video. There are other ways that you can support me as well. Their link in the description box explains it all. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.